Few filmmakers in Hollywood have sparked as much fascination, admiration, and controversy as Quentin Tarantino, and once again, the legendary director's long-standing foot fetish rumors have resurfaced in the public spotlight. This time, it's thanks to actress Maya Hawke, daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, who reignited the discussion with a cheeky remark that instantly went viral. Appearing on Amy Poehler's Good Hang podcast, the Stranger Things star was asked what advice her mother gave her about working with the director who helped shape Thurman's career in the 1990s. Without missing a beat, Maya replied, "Keep your shoes on," sending both herself and Poehler into laughter, and the internet into overdrive. With just one playful comment, she breathed new life into one of Hollywood's most enduring running jokes. For years, fans and critics alike have accused Tarantino of having an unusual fascination with women's feet, a detail that has become as recognizable in his films as sharp dialogue, stylized violence, and retro soundtracks. From Uma Thurman's bare feet in Pulp Fiction to the camera lingering on Margot Robbie's toes in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the imagery has become unmistakable. And while Tarantino has never shied away from addressing it, his explanation has only added to the intrigue. Still, the timing of Maya Hawke's lighthearted jab couldn't be more perfect. In a culture where celebrity interviews often ignite viral debates overnight, her quick wit turned an old rumor into today's headline once again. And as always, Tarantino found himself at the center of pop culture conversation without even saying a word. To understand why the comment resonated so strongly, one has to consider Tarantino's reputation as both a genius storyteller and a provocateur. Over 3 decades, the director has made a career out of blurring the line between homage and obsession. His meticulous attention to cinematic detail has been praised by critics, yet his indulgences, like his well-documented fascination with feet, have become meme material. When Once Upon a Time in Hollywood premiered in 2019, audiences and reviewers couldn't help but notice the sheer number of shots devoted to bare soles and dangling toes. Some called it artistic, others called it indulgent. But one thing was clear: Tarantino knew exactly what he was doing, and he didn't mind the conversation one bit. Maya Hawke's mother, Uma Thurman, was perhaps the first actress whose on-screen partnership with Tarantino made the foot thing impossible to ignore. In Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction, Thurman's physicality and presence were central to Tarantino's cinematic style, and so were her feet, framed deliberately in several scenes. At the time, audiences dismissed it as part of his stylistic signature. But in today's world of viral commentary, fans have reinterpreted those moments through the lens of personal fetishism, transforming an aesthetic choice into a long-running cultural joke. When Maya jokingly said, "Keep your shoes on," it wasn't just a daughter teasing her mother's old collaborator. It was a perfectly timed punchline that played into decades of Hollywood mythmaking. The Tarantino's own peers have joined in on the humor. During his 2020 Screen Actors Guild Award acceptance speech, Brad Pitt famously thanked Margot Robbie's feet, Margaret Qualley's feet, and Dakota Fanning's feet, while accepting the award for his role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The joke landed perfectly, prompting laughter from the crowd, and confirming that the foot fetish rumor had firmly entered Hollywood legend. Far from taking offense, Tarantino has leaned into the attention, often acknowledging the jokes with his characteristic mix of arrogance and humor. He once told GQ, "I don't take it seriously. There's a lot of feet in a lot of good directors' movies. That's just good direction." Indeed, Tarantino isn't wrong. Many acclaimed filmmakers, from Alfred Hitchcock to Sofia Coppola, have also been accused of exploring similar themes of fixation and intimacy in their work. Luis Buñuel, whom Tarantino once cited as a creative influence, famously incorporated foot imagery in his surrealist films. To Tarantino, It's less about fetish and more about visual storytelling, using human vulnerability and physical detail to communicate something deeper. Yet the public's fascination continues to blur the lines between artistic expression and personal desire. The question becomes, is it fair to conflate a filmmaker's recurring visual motifs with their private life? Or are audiences simply conditioned to read too much into creative repetition? Maya Hawke's joke has once again reminded audiences of how easily the lines between humor, celebrity gossip, and artistic analysis can merge in today's media landscape. Her delivery was effortless, her tone playful, but the impact was enormous. Within hours, social media lit up with memes, reactions, and debates about Tarantino's legacy. Some found the joke harmless and hilarious. Others saw it as a subtle dig at an older generation of male directors whose artistic boundaries might not align with today's cultural sensitivity. Regardless, the viral moment demonstrated how one offhand comment can open up a broader conversation about gender, gaze, and the evolution of art in Hollywood. It's worth noting that Tarantino has long been open about his relationship with criticism. He said repeatedly that he considers his films to be reflections of cinema itself, love letters to the medium, brimming with self-awareness. Whether he's revisiting spaghetti westerns, kung fu epics, or 1970s exploitation films, his style is unapologetically referential. So when people tease him about feet, it's almost part of the brand. And that brand is thriving. Even as he nears retirement, claiming his next film may be his last, Tarantino remains one of the most discussed, dissected, and imitated directors of all time. For fans, that eccentricity is part of what makes him a cinematic icon. For critics, it's fuel for endless debate. In the end, Maya Hawke's remark was more than just a viral joke. It was a moment that captured Hollywood's enduring fascination with both art and absurdity. It bridged generations, a daughter of two Hollywood veterans teasing the man who defined her mother's career, while simultaneously poking fun at an entire cultural phenomenon. For Quentin Tarantino, the laughter is just another chapter in his unpredictable legacy, one where controversy and admiration walk hand in hand, sometimes barefoot. Whether you see it as humor, homage, or habit, one thing is certain: when it comes to Tarantino, every frame, every camera angle, and yes, every bare foot keeps audiences talking long after the credits roll.